V, doing my thing, they open, I crash. I'm doing my thing, you know what I mean, I'm in my bag. No codeine, just give me the weed and it's a rap. Niggas was greedy, tryna get me for shit that I had. I OD'd on niggas who knew it was me in a mess. I OD'd on bitches who telling me shit wouldn't last. It was me, fucking up things, but she double back. Even though I did her wrong, she in her bag. She with me, rollin' with G, she on the map. She with a king, roll on the key.
First thing I want to say is shout out to my Blunt Talk families and my supporters. Happy holidays, happy new year. This video I'm making right here is basically me letting you guys know that when you want to start something, there's no perfect time. Just start doing what you want to do, your vision, and as you go along, you could tweak it and get better. So what happened is, when we first started on Blunt Talk with Mr.Guercy, the setup was different. Me and my team, we got together and we were just like, yo, let's just do it, we'll tweak it later. But when we got to like 4 episodes, we noticed like, all right, nah, we definitely have to change the setup. But at the same time, I have great content I want to share with you guys. That's one. And 2, I do not want not to show you guys the content because all our guests that came out, they share their time. They give me their time. You feel me? So that's very valuable. You can't get your time back. So I want to shout out Datwon, DJ Superstar J, my boy Wanley, who else? King Push, Yarly. So these guys, like, I didn't have to beg them or nothing. I just hit them up and they pulled up. So I appreciate you guys and I want to say thank you for coming out for these episodes. But moving forward, like 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes, it's gonna be a little different. Don't get panicked. We're gonna go back to our original setup. I just want to let you guys know and give you a heads up. These episodes we putting out, and it's gonna look a little different. But after that, back to the normal program. I'm excited to see what we do for 2026, and I'm gonna need all you guys to like, share, comment. Please subscribe to the channel. You gotta subscribe. I need my subscribers to go back up. Other than that, let me know, yo, who should I interview next? Stay tuned. Keep it blunt. Happy holidays. Y'all stay safe out there. And once again, thank you to our guests that came out and showed me love. I appreciate y'all. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. You already know, bro. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming.
For real, bro. Thanks for having me, man. Always been a champion, bro. Always,
appreciate
yo. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling like I got another stab at life after everything happened with me with the little health scare and everything. So I'm feeling good.
You look good.
Thank you, man. I'm trying to. I got a little bit of my weight back, a little bit. I ain't like, you know, Lou Ferrigno or nothing like that. But hey,
nothing a protein shake, you know. You be fine. But yo, I want to say congratulations.
Yeah.
I see your daughter. One of your daughters going to Howard University, so I got to put that out first.
Baby
As
girl.
a parent, I know that's like,
oh man,
amazing. And
what an accomplishment. And she worked hard, bro. She worked hard.
Howard, she had to work hard.
Yeah, man. She got up in there. And it was crazy because she went on a college tour. And as she was approaching Howard, she was like, yo, Dad, remember they had hit and was like, nah. But
they told her no at first?
At first, like when she had just like applied herself, she had gotten something back that was like, it looked a little negative, but it wasn't like a definitive no. It was a weird type of email. And then when she got there and she was able to speak to the administration, it was like, nah, we got you down as like in a nice little scholarship thing.
Top 5.
She was crying on the phone, going crazy. I'm like, yo, what happened? I'm thinking like, she's like, nah,
I'm about to come over there and hurt somebody. Nah, that ain't, I got accepted.
Yo, it was so crazy, bro, because her 2 choices was, her 2 top choices at that point was Berklee College of Music in Boston and Howard. Berkeley is like $80,000 a year, something crazy. But you know, she loved Quincy Jones. She loves the historical.
She's into music.
And she's into music. So the historical factor of Berkeley was heavy.
Right.
But then Berkeley was like, yo, we have a summer intensive music program. It's like a music camp. You could come up here for 6 months,
learn
scholarship, free ride. She had to stay up there in the dorms. And you know, her dorm mates, she had 2 dorm mates, One was, I think, from Germany. The other one was from China.
Speaking of Germany and China, I saw she has a record Japanese.
You see, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like,
How you feel? Not to cut you off,
wild.
because you in the industry,
right?
To see your child going,
wild, bro.
Taking that step. What advice do you give her? Because you've been in the game for so long.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into everything else.
Oh yeah, I know that.
I just had to get that.
I love that, man.
Make sure she get her shine too.
Yeah, because like people don't realize how much of a family man I am and how long I've been. Because my oldest is 25, my youngest is 18, and she's always been into music, and she's the one that's been with me the most. Because the other two are older, so they could go ahead and run out.
Right. Yeah, they doing what they gotta do. But you gotta take baby girl with you to the
everywhere.
Every
show. She listening to what I'm listening to in the car. So
she's heavy on the music.
Yeah, consciously I wanted to make it diverse, so that way she could explore into everything.
Right.
Her room, her wall in her room. She's still one of those kids that has the posters up, and she printed out posters from the internet because there wasn't no magazines like that. And she got them all up on her wall. It's crazy. Blink 182 and Clips and Pharrell. And
she's versatile.
Magic, Michael Jordan. She got Michael Jackson.
Those are the things we used to do as a kid.
Yo, I'm bugging. Like, she literally, her side of the room, because she shares it with her middle sister, reminds me of my room.
Well, growing up, you have all the rappers you like, and you look up to.
You pull it from that energy, bro.
Yeah.
You pull it from that energy to get there,
right?
And the absorb greatness. You know what I'm saying? So for me, being in the industry and seeing her making her way in, and now she's starting to link with some of the people that I know and stuff like that. They're not just showing her love because of me. They're showing her love because of her talent.
She's putting in
her own work.
Nah, congratulations, my
brother.
Thank
you, family. I appreciate
that. I have to say that.
Yeah.
All right. How I look at you, as a hip hop baby.
Yes, all the way.
Like that's how I'm like, nah, Datwon's a hip hop baby.
Way, bro.
Being a hip hop baby, right? You could have been a rapper, a DJ.
Tried.
What made you? What made you say, you know what? I want to be a journalist.
Yo, it was wild, man. I ain't even gonna front. I was trying. When you're a kid growing up, you seeing LL Cool J and all of them, and Rakim and everybody, and Big Daddy Kane. You want to rap,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But my uncles, they were DJs, so they made every Friday. Because back in the 80s and stuff, it was like new music came out on Fridays.
Oh, say word.
They
still come out on Fridays.
Yeah, but then they switched it to Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
For a little bit, like in the 90s or in the 2000s, and then they went back to Fridays.
Okay.
But every Friday, remember, there was no internet, there's no, streaming.
Yeah, you had to be outside.
You had to go get the records,
right,
or wait to see if they played on the radio.
Yes.
And my uncles would go to Rock and Soul or Downtown Records or Downstairs Records or Beat Street on Fulton. And they would get singles, 12 inches, and come home. And it was like Christmas every Friday, bro. Because I'm wondering what record they got on Friday when they coming after work.
Right.
They coming after work, they going straight to DJing.
So you was born in this.
All the way.
You just said something that just took me back. Me and my classmate was having a discussion probably like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then the discussion was selling a million record now. It's not this. I was selling them. It's not the same as selling a million record back in the days, because you had to go outside. You had to leave your house, wherever work. You had to go physically to the store. Now I could just download on my phone. And I was telling you, bro, different. It's not the same. You're like, yours is the same.
Very different. But what I will say is, Cardi just did 1 million in a day, which is insanity.
She did that.
And, she did 1 million in a day.
How?
RIAA certified in 24 hours.
How?
And I'm gonna tell you, because the ease of how you can go ahead and download. She was outside, like how you said.
Oh yeah, she was
going. She was on the train.
She was in Harlem.
And they think like in this digital age that doesn't matter.
She had a crazy promotion.
People see that and be like, "Yo, she putting in work."
Right.
I'm gonna spend the 10. I'm gonna spend the 10. She was like, she kept saying, "Buy my record."
I got 3 babies. I got 3 babies. I'm a single mother. Yeah, you know that's gonna connect.
Yeah, that's gonna connect. Buy my record.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Artists don't tell you buy my record.
Nobody say that.
Yo, it's out now.
Oh, yo, it's on everything you listen to. No, go buy my record.
I need that.
I need that.
Right.
That cash. So the fact that she's been able to do it, that's a hard thing to do, I feel, in this day and age. You know what I'm saying?
She went back to guerrilla marketing.
Guerrilla. She outside
Yeah.
selling shit on the street, all on the train. She had every podcast. She just did Global Citizen yesterday.
Yeah, I see her everywhere.
Come on, man.
I see her everywhere.
She going crazy.
All right, what I want to speak to you about, right? Because I was looking at your page, and I know, I know you work with a ton of companies.
Yeah.
Award shows, and on your page I saw something that says Daylight Media.
Yeah.
I'm like, I follow you, so I'm like,
like, what's up?
Yeah, I'm like, what's Daylight Media?
Yeah. So Daylight Media is my my content creation media company that I've had since like 2008. Like, as I was transitioning from being editor-in-chief of King, I was becoming editor-in-chief of Double XL, where I started, the freshman issue and all that stuff. And I started thinking, like, I'm coming up with this original IP that's now going to be owned by them.
Right.
I need to start coming up with things that I can own under my umbrella.
And you could control.
And I can control. Even though I was, working with them, if I start this company and I start making different things, I can own those.
Right.
So I was talking to my lawyer, got it officially trademarked and all that, own it, Daylight Media. And I just had it bubbling for a while. If I did anything outside of like anything that I was doing for these companies, I would put it under Daylight. And once I left Dick Clark in May of this year, I really started kicking it up.
Because now you're motivated.
Because now I'm motivated. I'm like, it's whatever I kill, I get to eat.
Right.
It ain't like, they giving me a plate.
You don't have
gotta
a salary. You have to leave the house now.
Gotta leave the house. Gotta be outside.
Maybe I'll be back. I gotta take this trip.
Buy my show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like that, bro. And what I feel now is that it's giving me, especially at this stage in my career, I'm going on like 30 years. Next year will be my 30th year doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I started as an intern in 96.
Yeah, I know you started an intern. I was following your story. The guy told you call and you went to the payphone.
Yeah, I went to,
It was a weekend, something like that. You're like,
crazy.
Nobody here. He was like, we right here.
It's exactly how it happened. And now you have to find ways to motivate yourself. You have to find ways to keep your focus going. You got to find ways to innovate still.
Right.
Because nobody cares if it's your 30th year.
No.
Like, nobody cares.
And that's something I want to know, right? Being in the game for that long, how do you stay relevant?
Right.
Because it's not easy.
It's tough, man. I think one of the ways I stay relevant is that my prior work, my previous things, they were quality. So people know if they see my name on something that, all right, it's official.
Definitely.
Like how you used to look at Russell Simmons. You see Russell Simmons, Def Comedy Jam. Russell Simmons, Def Poetry Jam. Russell Simmons, Fat Farm. Russell Simmons. You knew it was going to be like, all right, I could trust that.
And that's what they get from you, because you work for American Awards.
Yeah.
The Globe. I see you in very high places, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's because of the respect.
No doubt, man.
How you're writing.
And it's
skills.
also consciously attaching yourself to things that have high value.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't recognize that. If you can't make it yourself, because especially now, I'm all about making it yourself. And you predict and create the environment of high standard and high quality. But if you can't do that automatically, align yourself with something that has it.
Right. And
so that way, it brings it over to you. And if
bring something to them, and it'll bring something to you. But make sure you bring something. Don't just attach yourself to
people. Don't be, I'm a ride on
bring
them.
Bring something to the table.
Got to bring something to the table. And that was my thing about Vibe. When I was in high school, I remember my mom used to see me. She knew I was serious when they came out of my senior year. They came out in 93, and in 94 I was graduating. They came out in 93. And I was like, I want to work here. And I remember one time she gave me some money. We go get something to eat. And I came back with a magazine.
Not even food, not toys.
I ain't bring a hero. I ain't get 4 wings of fried rice. I ain't get nothing.
The magazine.
I came back with a mag. She was like, this boy is crazy. You rather not eat
and buy it
and get this thing.
Yeah, you was passionate.
She was like, that's on you on that one. She was like, that's on you.
I'm
champ.
not giving you another $5.
I ain't cooking, champ. You better eat that subscription card.
And you did. Mentally, you did. Just looking at it, reading it, you was fulfilled.
Yeah, I absorbed it, man. And once I got to Vibe, I was like, I'm in. They got a problem. And I came in at the bottom of the bottom. My internship wasn't even through school. I wasn't getting college credit. I wasn't getting no money. So I was at the bottom.
You did like the street team.
Oh, I was street teaming all day.
I did that too.
One of them. Yeah. I was one of those kids. And
outside.
I was outside.
With the poster.
Yo, bro.
Flipping up the board.
Putting up the subscription cards on cars.
Before social media, it was a real marketing skill.
Oh, man, you had to, bro. I remember when they had the Vibe seminar. It was the first joint where they got like all these different panels, and they had like, I remember Suge coming in. I remember getting shit for like Usher when he was a kid, and they gave me a stack of cards I had to pass out in front of the hotel.
Yeah,
it was the Waldorf. It was either the Waldorf or the Hilton, and I remember standing outside passing it to people passing by.
Hands on. Some take it throw on the floor. Some.
So when people ask me about my affiliation to Vibe, and I was there off and on for 15 years.
I'm sorry.
Until you go outside and you hand in hand,
you don't know the feeling.
You don't know the feeling. You don't understand how serious
it is. It's hot. It's crazy. It could be cold.
People like, nah, chill.
But you know what I'm saying? You're so motivated to just like take your game to the next level.
Yeah.
You didn't mind. Because I remember when I did street team for a Bad Boy, I always knew back in my mind I'm gonna be in that office. So it was just like, nah, this is something I have to do for now.
Dog, I used to sit outside of Bad Boy in between classes.
Yeah.
So I went to Baruch. Bad Boy used to be on 18th off Park Ave, I think it is. And between Park Ave and Broadway, they was on 18th, and my class was on 18th in Park. I used to come out, and I seen Puff jump out one day. I was like, wait, the office is there? And I was at the corner. I was like, let me see where he goes.
Right.
He didn't go in the front. He went through the side.
The side door.
So then I was like, all right, they go through the side. I remember getting out of class one day. I was like, I couldn't wait to get downstairs. Once I seen him do that,
you know which way to go.
And there used to be a fire hydrant, like the little poles that come out the building. And I used to sit on there and wait for them dudes, man. Because I used to make beats too. So I was like, yo, they
somebody don't see. Nah, I understand the grind.
I used to see Craig Mack, all of them. I used to see everybody come out like, oh shit, they right there.
Then I think about it, right? Moving forward, you put in that work, and then now the same people you was trying to get their attention, now they know who you are and they respect your work.
Do you understand the full circleness of me doing that, and then throughout the years dealing with Puff, like working on different projects and stuff, and then being called just before all the shit that happened to him, being called to the house in Beverly Hills. I'm flying out to interview him at the house. Bro, I used to be like outside waiting for this man just to see him to say what up. I passed my tape to him one time in the club. It was like,
it's unbelievable.
Yo, it's unbelievable where life can take you if you lock in and manifest.
Yeah, stay focused.
Stay focused.
Because I remember my biggest memory in the industry is first time I met Jay-Z.
Oh, come on, bro.
And I looked up to Hov. Like Hov, that was my idol as a kid. Then it was the Rock Boys video shoot in 4040. The time working for Bad Boy, street team. And my boy Rum was like, yo, Puff needs some rock over there. So he already know I love Hov. He like, yo, you go in there and bring it. I'm like, oh, go look it. I hopped out the van. That's when I met everybody. I swear to God, no lie. I'm not like a super fan of people, but when I saw Hov, I froze. And he was like, "What up, young buck?" I froze.
He's the ultimate.
I froze, and
he's the ultimate, man.
So just to bring that up, it's just like you work hard, you grind, and you find yourself in these space. Like you got to think God's like, damn, I know it's God in my hard work.
Oh, no doubt. And putting you in the positions of power and influence, and the things that you thought about before, like, oh, I can't wait till I get to that level.
And you did.
And then you did. You at that level, like, what?
How did I get here?
Yo, bro, I remember, even for the Dick Clark stuff, man, I remember, like, while I was doing Vibe, New Year's Rockin' Eve is of course, Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. And I used to watch it with my grandmother.
I remember you were saying your grandma would be so proud to even...
Oh, my gosh. She would bug out. We used to wait for that joint, get the pots and pans out the window. Oh,
Right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Looking at the ball drop, Dick Clark talking. And then, for the past 5 years, that's been me putting that show on.
Right.
11:45, my act is up there.
It's right there.
I'm producing that segment.
Yeah.
I'm telling them like, yo, I think we should go this way. Let's get this artist. Let's get this artist in. I want everybody's year to end on a high note.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I really think about the viewer.
Right.
Because
you was a viewer.
I want that experience. And I try to infuse as much of us in it as much as I could. And it was an amazing experience, man. Surreal, bro. Be into that. Like, it's crazy.
And that's what I'm talking about. I see, like I said, I see you in certain places. I'm like, no, they respect Datwon character and his work ethic and what he brought to the game. It's like Jay-Z with the NFL. It's like, you need this person because he's from the culture. He's the only one that could really connect you to the culture.
Yeah.
That's how I look at you. And when I see these places, I'm like, no, they know. Like, no.
It's funny
he
you say
knows.
That. Yo, bro, it's so funny you say that, man. Because I was driving to Albany to see my daughter, and I was listening to some old Jay-Z, and in one of the verse, I can't remember what it is, but it just made me laugh because he was like, everybody getting on me about the NFL. I got more money than Goodell. And I was like, yo, he do got more money than this, so he don't need him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I want us to get in here. It's for the culture. Exactly. I want us to get in here.
They know who to go to.
He's like, I got more money than him. What I got?
Right.
Like, what he gonna do? Now, he don't got no more money than NFL, but I don't need this guy. This guy needs me to bring the culture to the forefront. And I feel like what he's done in production to be able to bring all of our top artists
in a respectable way.
And I gotta give it up to Jesse Collins, man. He's someone that I look up to immensely. He's the one that puts on and produces the halftime shows. And he just did like the joint with Andrea Bolicelli and Pharrell out in Rome. And then, excuse me, he just did Snoop out in Melbourne for the soccer joints.
And Snoop is everywhere, man.
Yo, we are so up right now.
Right.
As far as like quality individuals from our culture being able to do it at a high level, and I just want to try to add my brick in there.
Speaking of high level, you see, we just witnessed Nas get the casino deal.
They shit it on Jay in the process.
I'm
like, come on, man.
I saw it too. I'm like, you see, y'all taking the moment away from Nas.
And put Jay. Oh, we win again.
Oh, we win again. Like they was battling with him.
I know, like don't play with Jay. Jay will come and buy the whole Queens if he wants, but I love Jay.
He might end up doing that because homie said that. Word, watch this. He's like Michael Jordan, or where you said that.
He's like, yo, I think I'm gonna buy Queensbridge,
but nah.
The actual bridge,
just for that.
59th Street is mine now. It's whole bridge.
It's beautiful. You see where hip hop from, and now
you gotta love that, yo. And this is the knock that Nas had in the early 2000s was that he wasn't a businessman. He was more of the artist. Yes, he was the one that was just so into the art. He was the art.
Right.
And Jay was the business.
In the art.
But you couldn't deny Jay's art. It was just that he was so business that it overtook his art and made some people like, oh, all he do is Biggie lyric thing. Yeah. They have no idea how incredible he is.
Right.
Nas started catching up. He started investing.
He fell back. He had a ring.
Come on, all the good things, bro. All tech.
I know if you work with him. What's one of memorable time you could say, like one time you remember either having a conversation if you're allowed to speak about it, but a memorable time with Esco.
Nas. I would say this past January or February. When was the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl is January.
February. Yeah, our mutual friends had a Super Bowl party, and I got invited, and I went, and Nas was there, and it was dope to see him in a chill environment, cooling out with his people, cracking jokes.
Yeah,
we all there predicting like what's gonna happen with the game. We all betting. You know what I'm saying? We both lost, but it's funny. But he had come over and we were having a conversation on hip hop. Just a real quick one, because I know
You want to chill, yeah.
You don't want to hear that all
Right.
day. You know what I'm saying? But then it's also like, damn, I get to talk
I gotta
about
get one off.
If you bring it up.
You brought it up.
You brought it up, bro. And we were talking about Kendrick's performance and what it meant. And he was just glowing for bro, because he was like, that would have never happened back in the day. We wouldn't have never seen somebody first solo dude to do a hip hop all the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the way that he wanted, and it be a revolutionary act about
there was a lot of meaning
where we are as people within America, to America, in America's biggest game.
Wow.
He was just like, yo, bro, that's incredible. And it was dope to hear his real time reaction to something that was so powerful for us in that moment. You know,
Global Grinding. So you work
with Russell.
With Russell there. That's when I first met you. So I gotta
put that out.
I gotta put that out. How was it working with Russell?
Man, listen, Russell had I was, by the time I got with Russell, I had already like made King like the top shit as a magazine, and then I left. I didn't necessarily leave. I handed the EIC over to my man Jermaine so I could become editor-in-chief of XXL. And I didn't even want it. Pardon me.
Yeah.
I didn't even want that, even though I started at XXL too, right after Vibe. That was like my first official job in the industry as a junior editor. And then all those years later, after Elliot Wilson left, I became editor-in-chief. And while I was there, Russell was really heavy on trying to get into the digital space, content-wise.
Right.
And he was just like coming at me, like, "Yo, what's up, man? You got to come over. You got to come over." And when Kim Osorio, who was running, I believe, Global Grind at the time. When she left, they had a void. So now this is like Russell's third time asking me at this point. And then I was like at XXL, I was like, yo, I did this, I've done this. Let me try it. And my thing was not even just let me try it because of that brand. It was I get to work with
project
Russell and figure out the empire. Right. I want the blueprint to the empire. That's what I was going for, because at the time he had the Rush card. He was getting into the beverage game with Celsius. He was still like doing Fat Farm, but in a different way, like with different brands underneath it, like the Argyle stuff and everything. And I just wanted to see how he structured the business. And man, did I learn, bro.
You learned a lot.
I learned a lot, man. He used to have me flying all over the place with him, introduced me to the Zuckerberg dude for Facebook and all of those guys. And I had to present in front of them out there.
How does that feel?
That was yo, I'm going to tell you, it was one moment, man, where I was like, yo, life is insane. We were preparing for our Facebook meeting with them, with their whole team. And it was me, Russell, and his man, Oz. And we had the plan. We had the whole plan, how we was going to do it. I was like there to support, here, make sure he get like all the right information.
The main point.
And he's going to present and do all of that stuff. I even dressed like him that day. You know what I'm saying? I had the Russell button up. I had the Yankee. You know what I'm saying?
I want to feel like Russell today.
I had the whole look. I was like, yo, if he gonna do it, da da da. So we're preparing in the lobby of the hotel, and people were coming up to us. Hey, Mr. Simmons, da 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 da. And I'm just seeing how he's reacting and stuff. But he's still focused on the meeting that we got to do. So boom, we get up, we get in the Sprinter, we go over to Facebook's offices. We sitting there, I got my laptop and everything. This dude did the ultimate switcheroo. We get in there, and I remember I wore my Jordan 4s.
You're gonna win with those on.
Either 3s or 4s.
You're gonna win. You got the J's on. You can't.
I had those on, and then he had on, of course, the shell toes. You know, that's his thing.
Yeah, that's the Adidas, yeah.
When I get in, the Facebook people was like, damn, I wish I could wear Jordans to work. They was like, that's so fly, man. Like they were on me already.
Let me guess. He just, you do the presentation. They're already on you.
How'd you know?
Because they already own. They
It was
already like you.
He peeped.
Yeah, they
and he was
already
like,
like
yo,
you.
he started for like maybe 3 minutes. He peeped out. It was already
Yeah.
like showing me love. And then he was like, yeah, Datwon got the rest. Yo, Day, go ahead, finish. And I'm like,
Huh? You sure?
yo, he was only like, we had like the deck must have been like 32 pages. He must have did like 3.
The rest
And
is
I
you.
was like, yo, I had to literally present
Uh-huh.
what he knew I can do.
Right.
I just didn't want to take away the opportunity of locking it in, but he was like ready. That was his way of telling me, you got this.
You already know what's going on. They taking a liking into you.
Together. Yo, and they was feeling me when we came in. They kept talking. He was like,
you know, that's like the cool kid in school. You know what I'm saying? First day of school, he's fresh to death. You're like,
yo, when he saw that, he was like, yo, just let me rock. And to be in front of that level of executives and to lock in the deal at the same time was like a huge confidence booster for me. And regardless of what I had done in my career prior, all the things I've launched, all the millions of mags I had sold, all the different things I had created as far as like franchises and stuff, to have Russell believe in me in that way and be like, yo, Dad, go ahead. This is like one of our biggest
nobody could
accounts.
tell me nothing after this.
After that. I was out of here, bro. It was dope to be under his wing in that respect. And it was a lot to deal with because he was no joke.
Nah,
you know
Russell, that's a godfather.
He was serious about it.
I ain't gonna lie, it's like probably 3 people that we'll look up to, like me. It was Puff, Russell, and Hove.
Those are the guys.
Those were the guys that let me know I could get in the game. And
even Jay had to go over with Russell to learn some of that stuff. Him and Leo.
Yeah, Leo Cohen and...
Yo, that's why he's a beast now.
Julie,
Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser, my guy, man. Kaiser
Kevin Lyles. Kevin, because Kev helped me so much. Yo.
I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of Kev, I had read his book, but
Me too.
when I started, I read his book before I started working at Atlantic.
Okay.
Remember, Babel was with Atlantic on 6th Avenue, and one thing I learned from that book, he says you have to be a service.
Yes.
Don't come in the door.
Me.
Trying to get.
Yeah.
Be of service first.
Then people peep that.
That's one
Let me go
thing.
get him. Let me get the guy that does the shit.
That's one thing I learned, and I always remember now.
I think Kevin recognized that super early on, and he had so much success, like Millie writing and all that stuff. He had so much success as a youngster. I think that gave him an edge on everybody else.
Because everybody's coming in
They're coming in trying to learn it. He's already
what you mean? Yo, you feel me? So now you created where like people depend on you now.
Automatic. And I want to go to the guy that's going to help me solve this.
Right.
Who's going to help make this happen? Who's the problem solver here?
So that's one major thing I learned. What made you fall in love with journalists? Like
so going back to your original question and couples with that, the main thing was like just loving the music and wanting to be a part of it so much. I started making beats with my boys Aaron and Freddie that I had met when I was living in Japan. My stepdad was in the Air Force.
How was Japan?
It was incredible. No. It was incredible, bro. I was 11 when we got there, and I was 14 when we left. And I felt like I grew into a grown-ass man during that time because it was my mom just let me run. It was no violence. It was nothing to be afraid of.
So go outside.
See you later. We had no cell phones. She didn't see me for 17, 18 hours.
Dog guy.
Dog, we just do that. But I'm coming home. I'm right. I got my bike. I'm so straight. And I learned so much out there because that country grooms you for understanding the beauty in other humans.
Right.
It's all about service
right.
and honoring someone's life force. And once you pick up on that and you absorb that, that helps you in the world.
Right.
That helps you.
Because we all can relate. Regardless of your race.
Regardless of language, regardless of age, regardless of whatever.
We all know love, we all know pain. So with those two, that's just mine.
And if you're honest if you're honest about truly connecting with people and understanding that that's my brother, even though y'all might not be kin or whatever.
Right.
You won't kill. So that's why their violence level is so low, because they look at each other as like, that's my fellow man. That's my fellow.
Look at you as a stranger.
Yeah,
so
you know what I'm saying.
That respect. I wouldn't want to harm you because it hurt me.
There you go. So, so I wanted to get into it because as I was making beats, and even back in those days in Japan, I was always into reading, and I would get a bunch of comic books and shit like that. And I was always reading books. And then when I got back to the States, my uncles were still DJing, and hip hop is just my thing at this point. I was the kid that always had all the new music because I would stay up and record Stretch and Bobbito. And
I got my ass whooped for messing with my mom's days. I
used to record over everything. I put the tissue or the tape on top.
Yeah, I know I tissue on the
So you better not have no tape around and whoever come on. You know what I'm saying? I'm recording over that old shit.
Yeah.
So once I got into high school in New York, my English teacher was like, "Yo, you're pretty good, man. Like, you should think about doing this for a career." When he said it was the first time I ever thought about writing, and he was just like, "Yo, I really like your reviews that you do for homework." He used to have us read this book, and after every chapter, we had to do a review on each chapter. And those reviews reminded me of the reviews in the source.
So that's how you connect it.
So after each chapter, I would write a review based on how I used to see the structure for the record report for the 5 nights. I used to, like, oh, that's the style right there. And he didn't know that I was really copying the style. Like, I wasn't copying the words. I was just the
format.
Structure,
the format.
I was taking that and bringing it over
putting your own detail into it.
Yep. And then when I got to college, English professor, man, he killed me. He was like, "This is whack. This is whack.
Right.
Oh man, he bloodied my page, bro. Bloodied it, and I was like, "Oh, I ain't good."
It's the first time somebody
He was killing me, but it was for the best.
Right. Because so now you challenge how you overcome that.
How you overcome that. Boom! I get the internship with Bob, and I start learning because now I'm around the greats. I'm around Bones and Malone. He has a column in the source. I'm around Harry Allen. Public Enemy said he's the media assassin. That's who we listen to in the writing shit. I'm with them every other day because
So you picking up like you like a
picking
sponge.
up, and I'm sitting next to them. I'm asking questions, and everybody was so cool, man. And I really was like, I could do this, you know. And then once my name started bubbling at XXL, it was over. I was like, oh yeah, I got this. You know what I'm saying? And this
found my lane.
Yes, I found my lane, man. And I felt comfortable enough. I started getting my own style. I got to give a big shout out to my man, Spook Jackson. He was the interim editor-in-chief at XXL when Sheena left. And he was like a really big proponent on, yo, rock your style.
Yeah.
Because I was using his style at one point, like structure.
Right.
And like he used to always use periods for everything. Like one word, boom, one word, boom. And I was doing that a little bit. He was like, yo, Dave, you got it. You got your, find yours. Source. And I think mine became being vividly descriptive. Once I realized that I could explain like how that tree is right there and how it's shining and glistening and da-da-da. I wanted the description. I wanted people to feel being in the room.
Now you become an artist. You not even just writing. You painting a picture as you write.
Yes. And once that became natural and the confidence was there, and I started getting like some of my top editors like, yo, this is incredible, man. I used to be like, wow, I'm impressing Tony. I'm impressing Miles.
The people you respect, they salute.
They salute and they like, yo, this is dope. So you know, man, I'm doing like the cannabis cover, and the Murder Inc. cover is what really took me over the top.
Rest in peace, Irv.
Yeah, and the DMX.
DMX.
Those two dudes. Yeah.
How was that day?
Man, I had to fly cross country for that. And I'm a kid from Brooklyn at the time, and I hadn't been flying since like Japan days and stuff like regularly. And then once I got in the industry and I'm running with them, they starting the freaking Hard Knock Life tour.
Oh, yeah.
I'm come on, man. I'm rolling with
Oh, you was on that tour too?
Yo, this is the crazy. The beginning part, but as they were putting it together, I didn't get a chance to go around with them.
Okay.
But as they were putting it together, I went out to LA as they were like practicing, and Jay had to do a bunch of videos in 2 days because they were going to start the tour. He wouldn't have enough time to do it while he was on tour. So he did Jigga What, Jigga Who with Jazzo and Amil, and then he did Money Cash Hoes with DMX and Ja. Yeah. And he did another one. I forgot the other one. He did 3. And I was just like bugging out. I'm on set with Rockefeller, Biggs, Dane, Jay, hearing the jokes, hearing how they want to do something. Why don't we do this? We're going to move it this way. Beans is just getting signed
to them. Yeah,
I'm taking
fresh off the block of Philly.
Yo, I'm taking cabs with him. This is first time in Cali. I'm taking cabs with him back to the hotel, and he got the cab driver playing his snippets. I'm sitting in the cab like, yo, this dude about to go. He's playing joints in the cab.
You hear
he got tape and playing it in the cab. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Beans is talented, man.
Come on, man. Beans was like, and he was hungry. Yeah. That's that gruff voice, you know what I'm saying?
He was greedy, like, not greedy, he was hungry and...
He was ready, bro.
I love Beans, bro.
Him and Ja at that time. And then me and Ja clicked like brothers. Like, we were just there. And then Bleak was on that one, too. Me and Bleak already knew each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They kicked Bleak off the tour.
I think that
he had to go finish his record. He was on that jet, on that plane. He was like, you see how messed up it is? I think him and Lady F was on that jet.
Yeah, man. Those was the days, man. And that's the one thing. Now, mind you, this is the crazy thing I said the other day. I said, I really wish... as much success as a lot of these podcasters have, like all the big dogs and everybody that's doing it, I really wish though that the people that are getting these exclusive stories had a chance to chill with the artists in the environments that some of me and some of my counterparts that were writing at that time. It gives
that energy.
There you go. It's a different thing than them being there talking to you in a certain kind of way. Yeah, like if you're able to travel with them and see how they get when the flight get delayed, how do they react? How they react?
Who bug out? Who?
How they react when they mans is heating them up? Everybody's sitting around getting drunk and they men getting flamed. How they react? Do they go back harder? Do they get mad? Do they shut down? It shows.
Do they act like celebrities or they act like homies around the way? And go at it?
That's the thing, yo. You get to see how they act if you're the fly on the wall. Right. But if you're trying to be like them and be their friend, it's not gonna work.
B.
So yeah,
because many people trying to be their friends.
Bro, it was so hard to get anything out of Hove as far as like talking.
You know that man, he was cold
all the whole time, bro. And then when he started saying that, I was like, oh, he was like, oh wait a minute, he from Brooklyn too. Yeah. Oh wait a minute, oh you know y'all.
Cool.
What's up? Yo, what's up?
Yeah, you get the real dap now.
Then you get the real. Because before I was getting shoulder hit. Yeah. Then you get the realness, then you get the like, all right, we could look at a show together. Pardon me. The one thing, I remember this one instance during the Murder Inc. Pardon me. It was so crazy. Every Rockefeller dude you could think of that people associate with Rockefeller was in this trip. Yeah. Now, mind you, we just finished doing one of the videos, or it's a break, and it was a Trinidad fight. Oh boy. We sitting in there, and everybody's in there flaming each other. I'm talking, it's the jokes.
It shows you like they in a neighborhood.
Yes, it felt like we was on the block. Yeah, because everybody in there was real. Yeah, I'm talking Jay Brown,
the energy.
Everybody.
We still niggas.
And you don't know where the next joke coming from, because somebody you can just be chill. Look at this nigga being quiet. You know what I'm saying? It came out of nowhere. And I just remember Jay was just taking it all in. And he had to go get a cut. And the dudes came to cut. And I think it was like either the barber bought an extra dude that he shouldn't have or some shit like that. But Jay didn't bug out. You know what I'm saying? He ain't spaz or nothing. Right. He was just cool. He rolled and he was like, all right, cool. And he realized his version of celebrity is going to bring a different kind of reaction out of people. Right. They're going to do something bugged out, even though they didn't mean to. Like, yo, you know you shouldn't have brought your man up in here. this is my private space, but let him sit over there. He never said that, but it was that kind of energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I liked how he handled unexpected bullshit.
And you could tell to this day.
I loved how he handled
to this day.
Yo,
you don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
You don't hear him say nothing.
No. And I mean, people in the crew was wilding out when we went out. Because we went out to like Brandy's birthday party. Mm-hmm. I was able to chill with him. Some beautiful people were around us, man. I'm standing next. Yo, we in the party. It's me, Bleak, Hove. Who else was around us? Brandy, Ananda Lewis, God bless her soul. There was a bunch of people at that party in LA. And this is like one of my first big LA parties. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
You look over here at someone.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And everybody was like super loved. And I remember him being like, yo, he tapped me. Yo, you good? Yeah. You all right? I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. This is
I'm
crazy.
just soaking it all.
He could see that I'm bugging, like, yo, because here goes such and such, whoever coming up, and they showing him love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just the ultimate cool dude, man. I just wanted to let people know he is who we think he is in that respect.
Right. I have arguments with my friends all the time. Like, nah, don't believe everything you hear. Nah, I already know. It's crazy.
Especially that stuff that he got.
Yo, I was speaking to my lady, right? I'm like, that's BS. She's like, you can't. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, that's not over. He was like, well, I even spit a verse. He was like, you think I'm freaking these chicks, right? I catch a lawsuit. I'm like, yo, he been knew how to move. I'm like,
you know that.
So when it came out, it was for him. I'm looking at him like, she know, bro. I love her. So
yep. And then the messed up thing is that because I did a podcast joint with Dane like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. It got heated. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this about Dane. Like, he's another real one. As much as everything that he's gone through and all of that, you know, I know he's a hurt soul to a degree in some respect, but he's an incredibly intelligent man.
Now we love Dane.
With a big heart. He got a big heart, bro.
The game loved Dane. I hate to see what's going on right now.
I know, it's crazy with him and King.
As a kid growing up, watching Rockefeller, study them, we love Dane, bro. We don't want to. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it like that.
Yeah, and I hope everything works out with him. And I truly believe in the long run it will. But I've been so incredibly blessed to work with Jay, to work with Dane, and to work with Biggs. Mm-hmm. There was a time when I was just before Dick Clark, we were owned by a company called MRC, who does like all the big movies and stuff. And I was able to bridge a connection between Biggs and them. Nice. Do some business.
Yeah, he's a quiet hustler.
That's the
he's
bro.
He's a quiet hustler,
and he's amazingly smart, man. And you get to see, at least for me, I got to see. Oh, this is why he was who he was at Rock.
Quiet behind the scene, but he gets to
fill the gap.
He's like, what's baby brother name again? Slim. He's like Slim to me. That's how I look at him. But
Slim is another one, bro.
Like I studied. I'm telling you, I studied the game, and I was like,
bros, they brought me out to New Orleans. They had a big hip hop press junket when Juvie first came out, and I was on the cut, and they flew me out. They flew the Source out, Murder Dog, Rap Pages, all of it. This is our first time all of us getting together, and we all seen each other bylines, but we never met. So you got the West Coast hip hop dudes, you got the South dudes, you got the Midwest, the East Coast, and the like Florida ones. Everybody in New Orleans for Cash Money. This is my first time out there. It's hot as hell. Baby and Slim came and picked us up with all the cars. Came and picked us up from the airport. It's all of us in there, and I got to ride with Slim, and you could tell Slim is just super respected out there. The low genius.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Not to cut you off. How did you end up working with Golden Globe and American Music Award? How did that come about?
Yeah, so basically that company I just mentioned, MRC, they were basically over Dick Clark at one point. And they also had bought into Vibe, Billboard, and Hollywood Reporter, which was our music publication group. And then they had like a retreat for all the executives. I was the only black male executive out of like 40-something people, just me. Youngest one too. Youngest and the only black male. And the black woman that was there, she was in finance. She wasn't even in content.
Right.
So they put me at the table with the president of the company, and they put me at the table with Barry Edelman, who was Dick Clark's like right on, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that was his right on. He'd been with him for like 50 years. You know, like Dick Clark.
That's his brother.
That's his bro.
Right.
So even when he passed, he wrote him into the contracts about the company.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He go, whoever buy it, you gotta take him with you.
Wow.
Still to this day. So Barry, older white gentleman, he had the best stories ever. So I'm sitting right next to Barry, and me and Barry start to get to kicking it and stuff. I'm like, yo, why don't y'all try X, Y, and Z for this? And this is what the thing is, da da da. And I think it's so crazy. I don't think he had anyone that was in the company at that time that was giving him
That's
real
in
tune with what
that's what I was saying earlier. You represent the coach. I'm telling you.
So he wasn't really up on that, but he knew who the Weeknd was. You know, he know all the stars,
Right?
Because he has to deal with them for booking and stuff. But he didn't know, like, yo, I think it'll be dope if we jump this person off, or did you know such and such is having their anniversary right now? They're on the run, and I made all these notes on the table. And I had like a little notepad, and I made all these notes, and he was looking at it. He was like, and he wrote. He was like, these are great. He was like, we had a break. And he was like, yo, why don't you sit in on one of our meetings that we got after this? I was like, what? He was like, yeah, just sit in. Sit in.
Just watch the room.
Just watch the room. Just sit in. And I was like, oh, I bet. And after that meeting, I had so many notes. I was taking notes like crazy. I had so many notes. Hit him with him. He was like, you should consult with us.
I need that.
Yep. And I started consulting.
The service. This is what you're missing. You wasn't
something to the table.
Yeah, this is what you're
missing. I wasn't just at the table this time.
No, that's what I'm saying. You wasn't at the table. Here's what you're missing.
Here's what you're missing. And this is like 2018. It was at the top of 2018. By the end of 2018, I was suggesting artists that they should book. And my man Mark Schimmel, who Barry introduced me to, he was running talent at the time. And Barry and I would talk to Schimmel. And Schimmel would be like, yeah, you know, I'm looking for Killer Mike. I was like, yeah.
Shout out to Killer Mike.
He was on the list because of, you know, Run the Jewels. And I was like, yo, you should look at Run the Jewels. He was like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, putting a whole segment together. And then 2019 came, and they asked me for more. I'm still running Vibe at the time. And MRC is still on it. But then we get bought by PMC, which is the Penske Media Corp. And Jay Penske ended up not only just buying Vibe, but like a year and a half later, he bought Dick Clark from MRC. And then he was
that's
like,
how you started working with him.
And he was like, yo, I'm hearing your name
all over the place.
Like you doing Vibe for me, but I'm hearing you over here.
I can't escape you.
I need you over here. And then he jumped me from Vibe. I had to leave my post. He was like, yo, I really would like for you to work on this side. And then that's when I went over to Dick Clark officially. And I was working there for like, on staff for like two years. And just left in May. But Jay and I are still tight, still consult. And he's all for me doing my own company too, because he understands the entrepreneur.
He wants you to win.
Which is crazy, because I thought it was going to be like, all right, yo, gotta go, and it's a wrap.
I'm not your friend no more.
Right.
Lose my number.
Right. But then even Barry hit me, because Barry was like, yo, man, it's crazy. Like, you know, you're not here every day, but just understand I love what you brought to the company.
Right. We appreciate you forever.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's how I got into Golden Globes. That's how I got into New Year's Rockin' Eve and American Music Awards. And I got to give a big shout out to Stephen Hill, because he came in around the time I was at like the 1 year mark. He came in off a hiatus because, you know, after BET, he had to chill for a little bit. And, you know, this is Mr. 106 and Park, BET Awards, everything. He created the culture. And he came over to Dick Clark, and then I got to learn under him. I got to hear the, nah, Dave, you know what? Go back. Come back with something dope. Come back with something super dope. Right. Come back with something where I can't say no. And that was the mentality he got me on. So now when I'm thinking about, different segments and stuff, I'm like, what would he not say no to? And those are the things that he said yes to. And that's what got me on my shit.
Nice. So. With everything you have accomplished and give to the culture, I still see you still giving and you offering service. I've seen you go to the jail.
Yep.
You did a jail tour for the book. Then I see you in Brownsville giving out coast.
Yes. Oh my goodness, man, that's crazy.
Does that what makes you want to do that at this level?
I would have to say my mom and my grandmother. Both of them passed on now, but their big hearts of always taking care of the neighborhood and everybody. People used to come to them asking for money. They cook for everybody. My mom would give you clothes out of the closet if somebody needed it. And as you are blessed, you're supposed to bless others.
That's the real meaning of success.
Come on, man. And I used to throw block parties, and I would have 50 would send me a bunch of G-Unit shit. Giving out G-Unit stuff on the block. You know what I'm saying? Kids coming up, got book bags for them from my man's a spray ground. And my man Lenny Hernandez used to work at Sean John. Yo, Lenny, what up? He used to give me a bunch of stuff. I used to give it out to the kids. That's my giving nature. But the stuff in Brownsville, though, that's what my sister-in-law, my sister-in-law Tootsie, she puts her whole heart and life into that area, and she has a garden over there.
She
grows all the food organically for the kids.
She's Caribbean?
Nah, American South, from the South.
Okay.
Yeah, from the South. And the family just galvanizes and helps. So what I do is I go there, Hot 97, WBLS, they'll come and have a DJ and whatever. And she gives back. Normally she does it in September. I know she has another one that's coming up. You're probably gonna see me on that one. And I just love giving back. And at the time, it was one year I gave all the kids Billboard speakers. They was going crazy, bro. Oh, they was losing their mind. It was dope. And just to see these kids get happy because they don't get a lot.
And you from
I'm from that.
So you understand what it is to not have, although that may not be your situation, but you know how that feel. You see your friend, the next door neighbor, you can't connect, you can't relate.
Man, listen, bro. We came up from nothing.
Yeah.
Brevoort. Then I'm also from Prospect Heights, linking between Washington and Underhill, Peaks. You know what I'm saying? And when you come from nothing, man, you want to help those kids that do that. Now, mind you, my family, they're not Caribbean, but my grandmother used to think she was Trini because she had a Trini boyfriend. So she used to go back and forth to Trinidad. And our family grew up on all the food, callaloo, everything and all that. But then she's from Georgetown, South Carolina, which isn't far from Myrtle Beach. Okay. And I would do the same thing down there because I remember being a kid going down there in the summers, yo, it's nothing down here for us.
So now you give back.
And then give back, so hopefully, I get in a better situation. I want to be able to do bigger things out there, like community centers and stuff like that.
God always going to keep blessing you because you give back, my brother.
Trying, man.
That's major.
That's what's up.
One more question.
Yeah.
Right? I know you've been married probably for 25 years. 25
just this past year.
I just need 2 advice. How do you make that work and balance your career and family?
Man, it's been one of the things that I'm most proud of, and it's also one of the hardest things because there were times to do what I've done in this game, the sacrifices, the things you miss, are the things you go back on and say, damn, man, I wish I was there for that. But then it also afforded me things that I know I wouldn't have been able to do without it. So, you know what I'm saying? So it balances out. And then the thing about the personal relationship with me and my wife, we met in high school. So she's seen me from, we literally used to split heroes.
Yeah, that's
like me and her, all right, how much you got? All right, man.
We're gonna split that.
Split the juice.
Split the juice.
And then, what we're gonna eat later? four wings of fried rice.
Yeah.
You take 2, I take 2. Bust it down. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Now we looking at Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it's those love. Days. That's love. So she understands me from a different space.
Right.
And I think the other thing that really, really made it like, all right, this is solid, and I know this is what it is. She got along with my mom and my grandmother so well. They loved her, man.
So you can't even do no wrong because they'll jump you.
They jump at me like, yo, try to bring another straight.
Yeah,
like, yo, who this?
Yeah, we don't know her.
Yo, man. Who? I'm asking her, who you talking about?
You know who I'm talking about. Get out of here,
yo, who you talking about, man?
That's what's up. That's love.
Like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I realized that, I was like, oh man, yeah, she got a lot. She got the fixing.
Now I admire that dude. The same person you when you was down, that's still there when you up, and y'all could share those moments.
And this is the thing, like, and I love the fact that you said down because, like, coming into the game, you down, you busted.
Come on, that's why you want to get in the game. You trying to make something happen.
But this is the crazy part. You get up there and then you get busted in the top. I've been busted at the top before. Like, there's been times, I just saw my man Greg Una, who does, like, all the $1 million jewelry for everybody, and he was talking about this one time he went to dinner with Floyd Mayweather, Ronnie, who runs Kif, and they all at the dinner table with a couple of other people. He said he only had $200 in his pocket. But he there, iced out, he good, but he's like scared.
You gotta keep that image.
He had to keep the image because he was down at that moment, but he had been up. But he said that he was popped.
Yeah.
He had $200. He was like scared to death if they put
the bill.
He was like, yo, like, yo, or like, yo, bust down. Yeah. How much you had? You know, wherever, if it's Floyd Mayweather,
you know that feeling? And
bro, in a room, one drink is like $70. You know what I'm saying?
Not to cut you off. You know that feeling. I know that feeling.
I know that feeling.
Damn, I've been in places on set where I'm like, damn, I'm pop right now.
Yes, but you gotta hold. You gotta. Right, somebody gonna look out.
They don't even know what's going on, but you know, I'm here to do my job. I'm gonna be
alright. And she's been there when I was pop, in those kind of situations, and she'll also be like, all right, you know what, I got I
got it. This is my baby.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna move some things around. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, I was just like,
that's a key,
different.
Man. Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate
blessings,
that all the time.
Thank you for coming, man.
Of course, man. This is beautiful, bro.
Is there anything you want the fans to know? Where they can catch you?
Yeah, definitely, man. Just be on the lookout for Daylight Media at the end of some of these show highlights. I got some really good shows that I'm like this, man, on major networks.
Yes.
At the top of the year that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That I'm spearheading. So I feel good about that. And I also just want to say thank you for the opportunity, bro. Like,
man,
you ain't even have to. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. And much love and success to what you're doing,
Thank you, my brother. You know I wish you well with everything.
Thank you. Big shout out to your squad, too.
Shout out to my team out there.
Yes, indeed.
See, what's up, man?
Yes, indeed.
I like seeing when I see your name, it says EP.
Yeah, man, that's what we going. That's where we going. That's where we going. Appreciate you, bro.
Hopefully, I'll get you back once you start new projects.
Promote. You already know.
All right.
You already know.
Thank you,
man, all the time.
Appreciate you.
All love. Thanks, man.